Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is probably the last video that I'm going to upload with Modern Warfare 2 gameplay, specifically Warzone. Who knows, we'll see. I've got a couple of other games that are saved away, but this is the last time that I'll be playing Warzone 2, basically for content, and I just thought I'd take some time to talk about the game and talk about my experiences with the game, the change, and all of the different things. I did a few check-ins over the year talking about my thoughts of Warzone 1 and basically, you know, how they left that game and then getting this game and the horrendous start that this had. In fact, this was probably one of the worst handled battle royales that I ever have experienced, and it's a shame because I really do love the Call of Duty franchise. I love playing this game. I love a lot of things about this game, but of course there are a lot of things that they did really poorly, and I want to take a moment to address those and also talk about the future of Warzone. So the things I really love about this game, from about Season 4 onwards, after they introduced Vondel, I feel like that is where we had a massive turning point with Warzone 2. The change to the TTK was extremely important, and I talked a lot about the TTK in the early days. It was just too fast. It was too fast to react. You had no outplayability. There was simply no way to retaliate if you got caught by a corner camper. If you got caught out in the open, there was really no way to deal with that, and that's why we saw the rise of smokes. And I think that was a really important development because, you know, it did give a lot of different tactical options, but at the end of the day, it was just too hard to fight back against people. After Season 4 introduced the slower TTK and the rebalance of the weapons, I feel like this game massively turned around. And then when they increased the slide speed and the slide recovery, that is peak of this game in my opinion. It's a shame that we didn't get that earlier, because the way the gameplay is right now, I think is superior to Warzone 1's gameplay in a lot of ways, but it just needs that slide cancel outplayability, and that's what we're going to get in the new update with Modern Warfare 3, and I guess we're calling it Warzone 3. We'll just have to wait and see what they actually title it. But a lot of the things that I do really love with this game, this season has been fantastic in terms of cosmetics, and the haunting event was great. A lot of the camo challenges and the content that we've seen in the game has been really excellent. I've been really enjoying the fact that they seem to have a lot of care and a lot of dedication to improving the content of this game overall. That I think has been quite good, and a lot of people have complained, oh, there hasn't been as much content as we've seen in the past. I disagree. I feel like there's been lots of new camo challenges, there's been lots of new updates, there's been lots of balancing passes. The communication hasn't been that great with some of those balancing passes, but we're hopefully going to see that improve with Sledgehammer in the future. They've always been really clear and have a lot of clarity with the way they're making changes. Overall, I think we've got a lot of cool weapons added to the game. I think a lot of them have been viable, which is nice. In the meta, I feel like after the RPK finally died, we've seen some good meta options. I think it's nice the variety we've seen in the last probably 2 or 3 months, with a lot more weapons being viable over range, and they're kind of being, you know, specific uses for specific things. I'm really hoping we see the return of the snipers in Warzone 3, but I guess it's a be careful for what you wish for, just because who knows how that's going to go. A lot of people got really mad back in Warzone 1 days. Overall, I think, you know, after the community feedback was listened to, there were so many good changes to this game. If you really think back to the old days, we used to have 1 UAV per buy station per game. We used to have bag looting. We had 2v2 gulag. We had no Resurgence. There was no loadouts in the buy station. There was only a single loadout drop during the games. There was really slow paced circles. There was terrible input lag for mouse and keyboard. There was packet loss. There was terrible weapon metas. There was broken attachments. There was just so many things wrong with this game, and I bet you there's probably about 5 or 6 other things that I just can't think of off the top of my head. But after we got a lot of those improved, and we saw the returns of, in brackets, new content, with things like the portable buy stations, the portable redeploys, a lot of different perk package options that you could buy. There was a lot of good stuff, and I think, you know, we are seeing a lot of really nice stuff with the buy stations at the moment. The fact that you can still go and buy your loadout gun is such a good addition. The fact that there is lots of cool ways to get your guns with strongholds and things, I think that's fantastic, but the AI needed to go. And if you think back, even with Ashika Island's launch, they had AI on that, and it was quickly deleted. and rightly so. It was an absolutely terrible decision. And I think we've seen some cool updates, but I would have loved to have seen Ashika in specifically get a lot of different map updates. This current update you're seeing in the gameplay right now is atrocious with this terrible fog and this darkness. I think if this map was given the Rebirth treatment where they, you know, updated the skybox and they changed some of the POIs and there was things coming in throughout the seasons, it would have been really cool. But I guess now we can see why that didn't happen, just simply because Vondel was being developed. They're obviously doing Fortune's Keep and Rebirth coming back in the future, which is going to be amazing. I think the community is going to be really buzzed to get those maps back, especially now that we've seen the huge success with Fortnite OG releasing, bringing back old maps. Harnessing into that nostalgia is super important for this game, so I'm really excited to see how they manage that in the future. I'm sure we are going to see Verdansk. Like, we have to see Verdansk, especially after the numbers that Fortnite was doing. There is no way Activision is looking at that and going, nah, we just don't want that money. So I think that'll be a massive thing over the next year, and I'm really hoping the new Urzikstan map is really good. We'll just have to wait and see, because Modern Warfare 3 right out of the gate is a big question mark in my opinion. There's a lot of different people that have commented, and rightly so, on just how terrible the campaign was. It is extremely clear. It doesn't take a genius to figure out that this campaign was slapped together. It was probably DLC for Modern Warfare 2, it was probably cheaper, maybe even coming in season with one of the raids, and now, obviously with this Modern Warfare 2 terrible backlash, they've decided to relaunch this idea of a 2-year game, or 2.5-year game, or whatever it may have been. 3 years it could have technically been, who knows. But this was clearly DLC for Modern Warfare 2, because the missions are like DMZ. They're open, you lose a lot of the set pieces, you lose a lot of the cool combat scenarios that you get in the Modern Warfare campaign. And we saw that in Modern Warfare 19 and even Modern Warfare 2. It had excellent missions. In this campaign is utter dog shit in my opinion. It is definitely the worst Call of Duty campaign. I always get through the Call of Duty campaigns, even Vanguard. This one, I got 4 missions in, I was like, nah, I'm done. It's terrible. And now we're seeing a lot of leaks come out with the maps not looking as polished as they probably should, and it's like, what is going on? And again, it was probably because these maps were supposed to be launching throughout this season or over this 2-year bracket, but we'll just have to wait and see. I'm super excited for Modern Warfare 3 to come out. I'm excited for a new camo grind. The camos look awesome, the challenges look awesome. Modern Warfare 2, the multiplayer perfectly handled the camo grind in my opinion, and now in Modern Warfare 3 there's only the 1 launcher and 2 melee weapons, so it should be a little bit easier. Most of the weapons are going to be very doable. We'll see if we have the long shot challenges again, but I think a lot of the Modern Warfare 2 2009 maps have long shot spots that are really easy to kind of manage, so we'll see. It does have this slower TTK though, so that'll be interesting to see how that all fits in. But overall, Warzone 2, it's been a rough ride, honestly. It was terrible to play initially. It got better and better and better as the year went on. The frustrating part about that though is it should have started basically where Season 4 launched. If Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2 had have dropped with Vondel, with Al Mazrah, with this slower TTK and the movement that the game currently has, with all the bells and whistles, and then built in, maybe drop rank play in Season 1, maybe sprinkle in, another Resurgence map, even the Ashika map, slowly in, maybe then we would have seen a much, much different reception to this game overall. But there's still a lot of people who stepped away from Call of Duty. I think there'll be a lot of people come back to try the new map, try the new game. I'm really hoping they nail it. I'm really going to stay positive and say the future of Warzone looks extremely bright. I think the new map will be fantastic, and I think having 4 Resurgence maps will be absolutely awesome for the community. Lots of variety, lots of cool stuff happening. Appreciate the support over the last 12 months, guys. Looking forward to some Modern Warfare 3 videos, and of course some Warzone 3. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Leave a like and subscribe.
Mortar support incoming!
Copy that. Less than 5 were still standing. Next time, we take the win.